What's going on, 200K fam? Appreciate you guys tuning in again. I am just wrapping up here in Kentucky. Just sent off my last claim for authority. Hoping to get this all wrapped up and then start heading to North Carolina. I am excited to be starting something new. So hopefully we can get that wrapped up today and start heading out tomorrow. But I wanted to talk to you guys about something that was brought up in one of the Facebook comments. By the way, if you guys have something specific you want me to talk about, please leave a comment below. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. I know that it was requested that I do a couple videos on how to talk to contractors and public adjusters and how that whole process works. And I know some people will find that to be beneficial. So if you have a topic that you would like to me do a video on, just feel free to leave a comment below. Leave it here on YouTube and not in Facebook. Facebook really doesn't like that I take people away from Facebook and go to YouTube, but you know what? That's what Zuckerberg did to grow his business in the first place. So it is what it is. But do leave it in the YouTube because it does help the YouTube algorithm for other people and other adjusters to find this content. So today I want to be talking to you about the mindset of learning. The mindset of learning. And it was a comment that was brought up on one of my posts, and the comment was something that we always need to be learning, and that is very true. This is a continuing educational industry. We are always learning. We are always getting certifications. We are always studying for new licenses. We are always just learning new, insurance carriers. If we're bouncing around insurance carriers, we have to learn. This is a learning environment. So it's important for us to have a mindset to learn. Mark Cuban had a great interview once where somebody asked him, do you feel like college was a waste for you? Because, you really didn't use a whole lot of your college education to become a billionaire in essence. And Mark Cuban said something really great that I never forgot. He said, the benefit of college for me, it was actually twofold. He did say the thing he did learn in college was accounting. So that helped him more than anything else. So he took accounting, he learned accounting, and that really helped him out. But the most important thing he said in that interview was college taught him how to learn how to learn. College taught him how to learn how to learn. And we as adjusters have to know how to learn. We have to learn how to learn, right? It wasn't so much what Cuban learned in college as much as what it taught him about how to learn things, okay? And so I'm going to talk to you about a great piece of advice that you can find actually in the Bible. And I know I brought the Bible in several other of my posts, and as I've said before, I'm not here to do anything but share with you some wisdom that I've received, and I would get a lot of wisdom out of the Bible. So I would be doing you guys a disservice to not bring it up, just because some people feel maybe kind of weird when people talk about the Bible. I know there's a lot of some people have a lot of bad memories, maybe of church, of people that say they're Christians, of religion in general. And I'm not here to take away from that. There is a lot of quote unquote church hurt people out there. So I'm not here to do anything other than share wisdom with you. And it's going to be up to you if you accept what I'm sharing or not. But I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm just here to basically be a witness of what I've learned, okay? So I'm going to read a passage in Proverbs 2, and then I'm going to explain this passage. And really, this gives you probably the best knowledge of how to learn things that you'll ever read anywhere. So it's very poetic too. So I'm going to read it and then we'll explain it. It says, "My son, if you will receive my words and hide my commandments with you, so that you incline your ear unto wisdom and apply your heart to understanding. If you cry after knowledge and lift up your voice for understanding. Okay, so we're going to stop there and just explain that. So we have three topics here. We have knowledge, we have wisdom, and we have understanding. Okay, so knowledge is pretty simple. Everybody kind of knows that. Knowledge is just information. It's information we receive. Is not just, church information. This is information we receive, about adjusting. It's information we receive in life in general, right? That's knowledge. Okay, wisdom is knowing how to apply that knowledge, right? So most of us kind of know the basics of how flight works for airplanes, right? We have lift, we have, friction, gravity, it all plays a role. But if you ask us to build a plane, we wouldn't know where to start, right? That's the difference between knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is knowing how something works. Wisdom is being able to use that knowledge to get it to work, per se, okay? So that's knowledge. Now, understanding. So we had knowledge, we have wisdom, now we have understanding. Understanding is knowing why the knowledge in the wisdom is important. Okay? So, sure, somebody can build a plane, but if there's not a goal, hey, I'm building a plane so, we can help people get from point A to point B, that's kind of like understanding. It's important for us to get people from this side of the continent to the other side of the continent in a fast manner, because that allows for increased economic growth, that allows for convenience for people to be able to spend more time with their families, all this that's the understanding. This is why we are doing this. So knowledge is knowing information about something. Wisdom is taking that information, actually applying it, and understanding is knowing why we're applying that wisdom and knowledge. Okay? So that's the first section there. So what it says is, if you receive my words, hide my commandment with you. If you incline, that means you lean forward and listen, your ears to wisdom. If you apply your heart to understanding. So you need to lean forward every time that someone's getting ready to share wisdom with you. You need to lean forward and listen in. You need to take out all the distractions, lean forward and listen in. But then you have to apply it. You have to look for reasons why that wisdom will benefit either you or the people around you, okay? If you cry after knowledge, think of it like a baby, when it needs to nurse. It cries for it. It needs it. It's hungry for it, right? So it's saying you have to be hungry for knowledge, be hungry for information, okay? You have to lift up your voice for understanding. Again, it's the idea of the baby that's crying out for to be nursed. The same way we have to cry out, we have to look for, we have to long to grow in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. If you seek them like silver and search for them like hid treasures, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. For God gives wisdom. Out of his mouth comes understanding and knowledge. He lays up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. He keeps the path of judgment and preserves the way of the righteous. Then you shall understand righteousness and judgment and equity in every good work. Okay? So what he's saying here is, now, if you don't believe in God, that's pretty much your business. But what he's saying here is God is the one who created knowledge, and God wants us to have it. God didn't just create information and give us the ability to understand information for us not to go out there and get it, right? He wants us to learn. He wants us to understand. He wants us to know how things work, how he created the world to work. He wants us to know how people work, right? So when we build relationships, we can build strong relationships. He wants us to know how gravity and friction work, so we can do things like build airplanes and make life convenient and make life better for people, right? He wants us he created all this stuff for us to discover, for us to enjoy, for us to apply. But how do we do that? How do we get that? As an adjuster, we're in this industry that we have to be constantly learning. We have to learn our industry. Not only do we have to learn the information that we need in order to do our jobs, but we need to learn the information we need to do our jobs better than anybody else. That's why we talk about networking. That's why we talk about budgeting. That's why we talk about goal setting. It's because we want to be better than the person behind us or next to us or around us, right? We want to be better. We're striving to be better. Okay? And so what he's saying here is you have to seek this like silver. What do you do when you seek something? What do you do when you treasure hunt, right? When you're treasure hunting, I was talking about here, right? Seeker for silver. Look for them like hidden treasures. What are you going to do? When you're looking for something like hidden treasures, one is you're going to make sacrifices to go get it, right? You're going to go make sacrifices. You're not going to look for hidden treasures at the local Marriott in the middle of, Vegas, right? Unless you're gambling, then you might. But the point is like looking for hidden treasures. If you're going out to look for, sunken treasure in the bottom of the ocean, that's going to require commitment. That's going to require monetary investment. I mean, you have to buy the equipment to go search for it. You have to utilize relationships around you to go get it. You have to study, learn about that area so you can do it safely, so you can be successful in it. This is what this passage is talking about. You have to want knowledge, wisdom, and understanding so bad you'll sacrifice for it. You want it so bad that you'll start to reach out to people that maybe are outside your comfort zone because they have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding you need in order to be the best at your job. You're going to learn everything you can about the industry you're in so you can be better than that person next to you. You're going to make sacrifices that people don't understand because you want to be the best. You want to learn. You want to have the wisdom on how to apply the knowledge that you gained and also the understanding of why it's important. Does that make sense? And look what the benefit is. Then you will understand righteousness. Now, righteousness here is just talking about the right way to do things, right? Then you will understand the right way to do things. You will have judgment. That's discernment. You'll be able to discern what a good action is versus a wrong action, right? So, we have a lot of black and white in adjusting. There's certain things that we have black and white, but there's also a lot of gray areas, and we need discernment. That's what judgment is. You will find equity. That means you will know how to apply things fairly. Is that something that we need as adjusters or what? To be able to apply things fairly. You will understand equity in every good way. Think about that. You will have understanding of the right way to do things, discernment, how to apply things fairly, and you will understand every good path. That means that people won't be able to knock you off your path, right? That, you'll be focused on doing the best that you can. That's what it's talking about. So, anyways, I wanted to share that passage of scripture with you. If, again, if you are someone who maybe does have questions regarding spiritual matters, or maybe you were church hurt and need to talk to somebody about it, or maybe you don't even believe in God really, but you're something in your mind that says, hey, I want to talk about it. Feel free to reach out, leave a comment below if you need to, leave a message for me on Messenger or whatever, but I would be happy to talk to you guys about it. I'm not the perfect person in the world. I'm not the one who has all the answers, but, if I have something that can help you out, great. And, if all you need is a listening ear, then, I'll do my best I can with the time that I have. So I appreciate you guys. Again, feel free to like and comment below on any topics that you guys want me to talk about or share about. And with that, I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to y'all later.